with an Isery though. You feel me? Nah.
Nah.
They're gonna be checking. Nigga, but why I keep fucking up? Fucking bitch. What's good? Y'all tapping into Urban Moguls with B. Right here, we dropped the Moguls game, part 2, live and not wreck. We right here with my boy, MadManRich. You see it? You feel me? But look, man, we about to jump into part 2. We're gonna talk about you being an engineer, a vocal engineer to be exact. You know what I'm saying? How did you get into the music scenery?
So just generally in the music, I just thought I was gonna be this 18-year-old rapper.
Yeah.
That's how I got into it. Like I thought I was gonna be a rapper,
Right.
and honestly, I was horrible.
Right.
I sucked.
Like,
But
literally?
like I just wasn't good. Like I couldn't like stay on beat. I was buying computers. I was buying programs, like free stuff, like
Right.
recording myself, buying $50 mics, like just trying whatever I can to like just like record myself and see how it sounds.
Yeah.
At the age of from 18 to 20.
Who got you into that, or what inspired you to get into
Just
that?
music did. Like I just love music. My parents took me to my first concert at Linkin Park.
Linkin Park.
Yeah, I
like that.
I was like,
fuck with Linkin Park.
I love all music. I just don't really. I'm not in touch with country, but I like all music in general, you know. And my first concert at Linkin Park, went to it. I remember going to it, being like 11,
Yeah.
right? My little brother was younger, and we're in the hot dog line, and my mom was like, I watched 2 chicks start making out in the hot dog line, right? And my mom went like this, bro, boop, and covered my eyes so I
You're
couldn't
like,
see.
boop?
And I'm like, what's happening? And like, I'm at a concert, there's music playing,
Yeah.
there's 2 chicks making out, I'm 11 years old, and I was like, ever since, I never even really told too many people this, but since then, like, I was like, this is it, that's awesome.
That's what you
like,
want.
what else, bro? You know, like, so that's kind of where I
So
was.
basically, you got inspired by the 2 girls making out?
No, and the music.
The music.
Too. But like just like everything, and then like went to a Lil Wayne concert. I was 16.
Yeah.
Like I just loved the vibe.
What was
Everybody's
it though?
happy.
What was it though exactly? Like, what was that like?
So
was it like Lil Wayne's lyrics, or was it the energy from the crowd that's like, damn, that's
it
what
was
I want?
it was the energy from seeing like. I just, growing up, I always like would look on YouTube and like type in live concerts and watch how people perform, watch what they do, and just love like the people, like the feeling, the energy of that person performing or whatever, the DJ and all these things. And so like what I said, I bought all these things, I did all this stuff, boom, and like tried it and like sucked. But like, even if I was horrible, the fact that I could record myself and then hear myself after, like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Back then, like, I didn't even, you know, we put on CDs.
Yeah.
And, you know, this was, 12 years ago. We put on CDs. We didn't just airdrop it or email it, boom. We just, boom, CD. And I playing it in my car, like, I had a little like 1997 Toyota Camry. Little beater, and I would play it in that thing, and then like, just be like, it sounded horrible, like trash. But like, it was just, that made me happy. Just hearing that.
So you right now off camera, you just tell me you was about to sing for us. You want to sing for us?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, fucking. Are you for real?
I will, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
It's good. Hold on.
No, acapella.
Oh, acapella? Oh, I can't do that. No, bro. See what I'm saying? Not now. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you gotta have a few more. I see you got your drink, so I gotta have a few more of those. I'll be good.
Hey, so go ahead. Let us know. When did you realize that, you know, being an artist wasn't for you, and you were starting to transition to whatever?
So from being sober and like getting sober and like realizing like the meaning of life and just like growing up, I guess.
Wait, my bad. You were doing the drugs while you were being an artist?
While I was trying to be, correct.
Right.
And then I stopped doing the drugs and then kept on trying to be an artist, and then kind of like would like have a year where I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then have a year where like I try it. And I'm like, I'm buying things, doing things. I'm like, this fucking thing will work. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna work, period. And I just would give up and go back and give up and working 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, 2 jobs so I can, eventually buy a house. I was always like motivated.
Yeah.
So about, I would say 2 years ago, I found myself like in a place where like, being a single father, like I had everything I wanted, like the money, everything. I bought a house.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love mixing music, I would just love recording myself. I didn't even know about mixing, just recording myself. I didn't know about mixing yet. Like, so we want to talk about the mixing yet. I just love recording myself. So I bought like equipment that I knew that people used that, so I bought new stuff and got into my place, and I got in touch with a guy, actually I'll even shout him out. His name's Clayton, and his IG's Clay Hay. He taught me a lot with mixing. And I sat with him, and he came over here, and he didn't have a place. He was recording at his house or mixing. He worked for a studio, and he was showing me about mixing. And I bought all this stuff, not this stuff here, but like I bought other stuff that I, lower stuff, and then kept going up. And he showed me a lot. And he just one day was like, after a couple months, he's like, you got really good. He told me that, you got really good. And I was like, wow. And I was begging people 3 years ago, like, let me record you. To people like, hey, can I come record at your house? I'm like, for sure. And it's, hey, how much you charge? $10 an hour. It went from that, you know what I mean? And it just built up, and then I built this studio and got settled, and it was like, I knew what I could do, and he taught me a lot of stuff, and I got so good, and then he gave me a book, and I started just YouTubing everything.
You became obsessed with it.
Obsessed with it, dude. Obsessed with mixing.
Right.
Like to the point where hours and hours. Like I would record a song, charge someone $25, they'd come over, record for an hour, and I would mix it for like 5 hours after, because I was so obsessed with getting it perfect.
Yeah. You're a perfectionist.
Exactly. And that just led me on to other people. Right. It's slow. It seems like it took so long, but it really happened so fast at the same time.
So how long have you been mixing total?
So I would consider myself mixing music at the pace I am, getting paid strictly business for, I would say, 1.5 to 2 years. Making money. But I would consider myself more like 3 to 4 years in the mixing, but making money total, 4 years. So I would say about 2 years though, just like actually making money and being able to, like, I could call someone right now, they'd come and record.
Yeah. So you had to go through the ups and downs and the wanting to quit, all the emotions.
Yeah, and learn about the music, because learn about what it is. It's not just about making music. It's about
what is it that kept you so it kept you wanting to keep pursuing what you're doing, even though you're going through the ups and downs with it, and sometimes you go through that point where you just want to quit.
Correct.
What kept you going?
So what kept me going is the energy I got off people. Like, let me give you an example. Like, I have this studio upstairs, right? That was not this one, upstairs. And I had most of the equipment I have that you see right now. And I met this guy here, and his name's Kenny. Shout out Kenny. I mixed most of his music. He's got dropped. He's from San Jose. But I met him here where I live, and I watched him come over here and see the talent I had. I'm just talking like a year ago. Like, he saw the talent I had. He was like, wow, you got talent. He gave me this, bro. This is his. He didn't give it to me, but he loaned it to me. Like, this is his, bro. He was like, you're so good. Have a mixing thing. Like, he's like, take this, use this, like, to help you out, to be faster. He's, like, and so, like, when I saw, like, people like, bro, like, I'm willing to give you, like, not give you shit, but like let you use things to benefit you into mixing. Like, I was like, I'm good. Like, I know, like, I'm good. And then it got to a point where I was like, wow, I'm this good. Like, I'm not even trying to sound cocky. I got confidence, but I'm not even trying to sound cocky. But I got to a point where I was like so good that I watched people that taught me things not be my friend no more. Not call me no more. Not come over no more.
So at that point, you start realizing you're confident, you're good at what you do. At what point did you start working with bigger artists, and what kind of artists did you start working with?
I started working, I had about, at this point, I would say about a year ago, before I met J Stalin. Shout out J Stalin, you know what I mean? He's a big supporter of mine, and I mix a lot of his music and master and record it, engineer everything. Engineering, recording is like recording and like, planning it, and then mixing and mastering is getting it sounding good. That's basically what I can tell people, like that's what it is, but it's a lot more work than that, as you can see. So I got with this guy through this record label, and we were doing business, which I'm not going to disclose, but we were doing business together.
Right.
And he introduced me, or he told me that he was going to introduce me to Stalin.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever. Like, cool. Like I hear that all. No, I hear that all the time. And at this point, I'm already recording 15 artists, like making money. Like I'm not even tripping. Like whatever. If I meet him, I meet him. And he set it up, and we met him, and we had some business that me, him, and we all had together. That I'm not going to disclose, but we had this little business going. And he ended up like, wow, you're an engineer, and he just started sliding. But it took a couple times for him to like, I feel like, trust me, and like he came over, and we had good vibes, and I just started growing from there.
Yeah.
And recording an artist with 200+ K on Instagram. Yeah, and just listening to him, bro. Like listening to him like help me out. Like I was going through own personal things at one point, recording him. Like this dude would bang out 5 songs an hour. Yeah. You know, he'd just be like, whatever it is, like mix it.
Yeah.
And he was like, I like your style. And we started going off that and watching like what music is and means, and like all like the whole thing of it. You know, it's not just that artist you hear. There's producers, there's engineers, there's people in the background, there's people doing keys, pianos. Right. You know what I mean? There's people that write your music. There's a lot more to it than just that. And I just, you know, started listening. I was like, I'm gonna build this little craft. Let's go. Yeah. Let's keep going.
So after working with J Stalin, does that give you more drive and more like confirmation of the path that you're taking? Yeah,
it gives me more drive. It gives me more hope. Because I'm still not like where the place I am. Right. Like I'm an engineer that's recording in his house. Like I want to be recording. Like my dream would be to own my own studio one day. You know what I mean? That's what it is. And I make music that sounds great. Right. So it's like that's my dream one day. But it's like I need to keep going with these artists that are bigger. Like help me out. Like for example, Stalin already has multiple studios. Yeah. But he records here with me because of convenience and time and everything. But like he already has all this stuff, and I want to get to that point where I have my own studios.
You never know. You might get to that point where he's like, hey, I want you to run this whole studio, and anybody who wants to come in here and mix, I want you to control what they're doing so that they're doing it right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be great.
So before we close out part 2, what advice can you give to people who's in your situation that does the engineering, the mixing, and all this other stuff? What can you tell them, some advice?
Like I said before, like never give up. If it ain't hurting you, keep going. Yeah. If it's making you happy, keep doing it. Yeah. No matter what anybody says. Like I always said this, my mom growing up, I'll say this real quick, she always told me that like she always was like down on my music type stuff. Like this ain't because I thought I was gonna be a rapper. She's like, she doesn't understand. Like my dad thinks I'm a DJ. I'm not a DJ, bro. You know what I mean? So my mom understands a little bit, but like she always told, like I knew she didn't like it, but once my mom, my own blood, saw me making money, like I dropped my mom off $1,000 3 months ago that I made in a week off mixing. Here you go, have it, because she does so much for my son. I was like, here you go, have this money. I don't even need it. You know what I mean? So like once she saw the money, she believed in me. So like what I can tell anybody is just keep believing in yourself. Keep thriving. If it ain't hurting you, you're paying your bills, you're living your life.
You gotta go through all the emotions and the ups and downs. That's part of the process. Yeah.
If you're not paying your bills and you're not doing all this stuff, don't do it. But if you're paying your bills and able to survive and do what you love, keep doing that. Yeah. Don't
Facts. Man, well with that being said, man, look. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't put paint where it ain't, you feel me? Go ahead and let the people know where they can find you, social media, music.
Everything is MadManRich. All I have is Instagram. I don't got nothing else. Right there, MadManRich. Follow me on Instagram. I got a Facebook, and that's basically it.
And you'll find all his music on there as well. All the stuff that he mixes and all that engineers. Well, look, man, I appreciate you having us here, making the time for us.
It's all good.
You know what I mean? It's all love. But look, y'all tapping into another episode of Urban Moguls B. Right here, we drop the Mo's game.
Click that like.
Click that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, leave a comment. All that helps for the platform to help build us up.
Better comment on that shit.
But look, y'all tapping in, and we gone.